Hello, hello, Scorpio babies, whose birthday falls on today, November 1st. Happy Bornday. As you can see, I have already prepped your bonus birthday reading. I have a cupcake for you guys in celebration of your special day. So, without further ado, let's celebrate your special day. Hey Scorpios, whose birthday is today, November 1st. Welcome back. I hope everyone's day is going well. By the way, let me just ring in November 1st with my sound from my singing bowl. So, happy November everyone, but more importantly, happy November 1st to those who are Scorpios celebrating today's birthday. As promised, I am coming back to you on this channel, Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot, to give you your birthday bonus reading today. So, with that being said, let us get right into the reading. Okay, as I did mention with the heads up video that this reading will be broken up or divided into 3 parts. So we are going to touch upon and tap into the energy of what's coming in with your personal and spiritual growth, which will be we'll start off with that reading, followed by the love and relationship reading, and then we will close out with your money or your job, career, money, finance situation to see what's going on in that area. All right, everyone. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we do, I just want to say, not only am I gifting you with a bonus reading, but as I did mention in my pre-intro to the video, that I am celebrating as well with offering you guys a cupcake. All right, so we have the pink to represent my ladies, the feminine energy, and then we have the blue representing my fellas, the masculine energies, okay? Because it's both men and female who are celebrating today, among many other people, okay? So whoever comes across this video, well, again, happy born day to those that are Scorpios celebrating today's birthday. All right, so with that being said, let us start your reading. And so I will start off by just telling you what is the overall energy message that I got from your personal spiritual growth reading. And the message here that I got when I drew the cards, okay, was stop being pessimistic and causing your own misery. Know your power and find your inner strength toward courage. All right. So that was the main overall energy message that I got when I drew the cards from the deck. All right. And so we're going to start off your reading with the main big major energy card that I pulled from your angel deck. And the card that was pulled was that of the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot is your big energy focus in the vibe right now. So we're going to go further into the tarot to see exactly what does this energy mean for you going forward in this personal spiritual growth reading. Now the Chariot here says willpower, victory, and recognition. But the cards that came out didn't quite show you guys having that energy or that spirit right now. Hopefully later on you will get that spirit. And what I mean by that is you did get the 3 of Swords. That was the first card that came out from the tarot. All right. You also got the 5 of Wands. And then you got, one second, the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so what does that tell me? So those cards, they didn't really start out, or they're not starting out with the best energy. You guys are vibing on your lower self. You are vibing on low energy, because all those energies, all these cards, these 3 cards combined, lets me know big time that you guys are being very pessimistic. You are being very negative about life itself. And you feel lost. You're not sure. You're like at crossroads and trying to figure out what it is that you want out of your life. And you know something? No judgment here, because it can happen to the best of us. I think at periods of time, we do tend to go through a moment when we just don't know exactly where we want to do, where we want to go, and what we want out of life. And not quite being clear on what we want on a personal level, it can also affect where it will lead us to the spiritual aspect of our life, right? But as I was saying, you guys have to stop feeling and coming out of that energy, because the longer that you're in that energy, you're at a standstill. You are not moving. Right now, you need to take the spirit of the Chariot, because some of you are not in this energy at the moment. But you will get there, provided that you start doing the opposite. So right now, it comes out as an energy that has strength, that has willpower, that has tenacity, that wants to press. But right now, some of you are in this energy on the opposite side. You are the opposite of not feeling empowered. You feel powerless. You feel lost. And so again, by you continuing to be in that energy, you are not moving. You are causing your own setback, but you're also bringing unnecessary misery to oneself, okay? And so you kind of got to get up, shake out that funk, and say to yourself, self, I need to press forward. I need to get the courage to take my power back, to press forward with what I need to do. Whatever endeavor you need to press forward. Now also bear in mind, this is still a general for the collective. It's just that, it's just specific that we're tuning into this area, but it's still general, so it may not resonate with all of you. Just take the parts that do and leave the rest for your viewers. So like I said, you have to come out of this energy of feeling very low, because when I look at the Five of Pentacles, you can see that this energy, she's slumped over, but it's an energy of feeling hopeless. It's an energy that you feel that you don't have nothing to, I don't want to say to live for, but you feel there's no purpose to you. We all have a purpose. We need to sometimes just kind of pull away and go into a quiet moment. I always like to use the term hermit mode, because a hermit mode is an energy that have to pull aside, disengage from the outside world to kind of go inside, journey within to find the strength, to find your courage. There lies your strength. But sometimes, it's getting to that point. And maybe you have a lot going on, that maybe you don't have the privacy, maybe you don't have the time to really just disconnect, but it's very vital for your well-being. Remember, you come first. This is where self-love comes into play. And some of you right now is not quite there, but you will get there. All right. Also, when I look at the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands is conflict. Now, in other readings, the Five of Wands will represent conflict, like with other people. There's a battle. In this scenario of this reading, the conflict stems from you. You are causing your own conflict with yourself. And the longer that you continue to have this conflict with yourself, you are just letting your progress continue to be at a standstill. It's not going to move. So you have to come out of this energy of the Five of Wands and of the Five of Pentacles, because the Three of Swords is causing your misery, your own misery with yourself. Okay. Also, the Chariot represents, in tarot, the Chariot represents the Cancer signs. Okay. Now, you guys do fall under the element of water, but the Chariot represents those relating to the Cancer. So it still falls within your element, which means to me that you guys are also being more emotional at this time. But what it calls for is for you to feel less, to think more. You want to take on, as we move down now to the bottom energy, to clarify what's going on and what actually is the attitude and the energy, or the vibe, I should say, that you need to change into, to turn away or to get away from those low vibes. Because the top row, they are all low vibratory energies, and you don't want to get there. It's okay if you get there temporarily, but never ever own it and let it stay with you permanently or long term. It's just a temporary standstill. Okay, and that's okay, because that's what happens in life. Sometimes we get at these crossroads, and sometimes we have to figure things out. But it's not so much the fall. It's not the fact that we kind of get into that slump. It's when we finally get the courage to stand up and say, I'm ready. I am done being in this slump, and now I'm ready to move on to something that is more positive. Help elevate yourself to positive vibrations. And I know you would do so, because now moving on to your bottom row, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands energy, for those of you that are familiar with the tarots, and by now you might know what the suits mean. So the suit of Wands is about what? It's about fire. It's about passion. I always like to use the term when it comes to wands, always think about the Aries out there, because they're the ones that start off the zodiac sign, which means that they are the leaders. They are the go-getters, but they don't put so much emotions into their endeavors. Or just generally, they take on life as something that is a challenge, but they are willing to rise to that challenge. So right now, you need to take on this spirit, this attitude of rising, getting away from the emotion. Don't put so much emotions and feeling on what is going on or what is not going on with you in your personal life. Because again, you want to be able to tap in also to your spiritual growth. We all need spirituality because it helps us, right? In some form or another, whoever your belief system is, but at the same time, we always want to be able to have that connection with spirit source. But to get there, we have to feel worthy. We have to have self-strength. We have to have self-worth, self-love, right? And when we have that, then we're able to see clearly our next move toward the spiritual growth aspect of our life, right? So again, the Knight of Wands is an energy that moves. Now think about when I mentioned about your starter card, the Chariot. The Chariot and the Knight of Wands, to me, is kind of reminiscent of the same energy, because they represent movement. They represent a passion. They represent not staying low, but rising, right? And moving, charging, right? So what does this mean for you? It means that you are the rider of this horse, okay? You are the captain of your ship. It's time for you to take charge, to not allow that low inner way of which you think of yourself, that you are not worth it, that you have nothing to look forward to in terms of prosperity, in terms of whatever it is that you're looking to achieve, right, in life, right? But you have to take back that power and know that you can make it and succeed just like anyone else. But you have to own it. Own who you are. Stand up. Charge forth. Be that rider. Be that leader. Take charge and know that the power lies within you. All right? So that's like the best way that I can describe the attitude that you need to embrace. And following that, the Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords. I had a feeling somehow the Swords was going to come up, because the Swords energy, the Suit of Swords deals with, they don't have emotions so much, right? They are probably the non-emotional sign of the zodiac when you think about air signs, because the Swords is those relating to the element of air, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But nonetheless, the Swords energy is about feeling less, being less emotional, and thinking more. So at this time, the cards and the energy is telling you to feel less, think more. Think more. Be proactive toward what it is that you're looking for in life, but it stems from your own inner knowing. Okay, and if that means that you have to step aside, you got to pull away and go into that quiet solitude to kind of just be quiet, to just think about what comes to your mind, what it is that you want to seek. What are you seeking? What is your plans? What is it that you're looking for? And there, in silence and solitude, is where you would find the answer. But you will be analytical to kind of think outside the box, because this is also calling for thinking outside the box. This is where your analytical way of looking at things will come into play. Not so much of what you feel. You know what I mean? So focus more about thinking of things that you want to do, and then be proactive toward reaching that goal. Okay? And then the last card is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles to me shows, this to me is a promising energy, which means that if you start out from the Ace of Pentacles, you start off from the 2, the 3, you're going to have challenges and problems in between. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have moments that you are going to take a pause, because the 5 of Pentacles is like taking a pause. You're feeling lost. But once you, again, rise out of this energy, the Queen of Pentacles is a promising card to show you that if you stay focused and you are set on taking on the attitude of the Chariot and getting back your power, and to know that you can be successful and that your dreams can come true, that you have a life that awaits you, provided that you are ready to open up and to know that you are worth anything else that anybody else have. Because maybe I also kind of feel that some of you are kind of looking back and looking at other people and seeing what they have accomplished. And the question is, well, why can't I do it? You know, so we can't always, because when we start to look at other people and what they have, guess what that does? It pulls us back from doing what we need to do. So when you focus more on other people and what they have, it stops you, it blocks you from you getting the success. As much as they have the success, you have to know that it's yours as well, that you can attain it. And the Queen of Pentacles is a promising energy that lets me know that you can do it. But you got to believe in yourself. And to believe in yourself, that means you have to turn that negative energy, that negative feeling, into something positive. All right? So that is what I got from your tarot cards. So now, winding out, I did pick from the Soul's Journey deck. And I asked the question, what is needed? What attitude is needed to change and reverse this low energy? And the card that actually flipped out, and I did receive it and took it, was courage. Now, how fitting that was. So Spirit says courage is needed. And it takes me back to the Chariot. You know, the Chariot is about an energy of courage, being bold, being brave, right? So that's what came out. And it says here, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Now, I actually want to go into the book and give you more of an additional message about courage and what it would mean for you pressing forward to change this low vibratory energy that some of you are going through right now. Okay, so let's tap into courage and get more meanings about it. It says you need to remind yourself that part of the challenge of being a soul is learning to honor your own power. By listening to your inner voice and following its advice, you are acknowledging the perfection of your intuition. Fear is only an illusion, and obstacles are great opportunities for you to demonstrate that coming from a place of love will conquer all fears disguises. Perhaps you are changing career path or entering or exiting a relationship. This test has been put before you because it is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you and only you can make the correct decision. And that's what I'm saying. You have the decision. You are the captain of your ship. You are the rider of that horse. You have the power within you to restore that power right now because you're feeling powerless. By not taking that step forward, you may find yourself 2 steps back, the 5 of Pentacles, only to face that same obstacle again. So this is very straightforward. So you see, guys, this is what's needed for you to take 2 steps forward, not to take 2 steps back or remain in those steps. You want to be able to, each day take small movements. As small as it may be, it's still small. And even if it's steady, it's still moving. Slow and steady wins the race, right? You don't have to go fast, but just take steps toward what it is you want, and you will get there. And last but not least, I'll close out this reading by pulling from the Starry Beginnings deck. The inspiration that comes from this card is no longer holds power over you. And the meaning to that is dissolve attachments of the past with love. And as well, I'm going to close out by reading what it says on that. So, what does it mean for you guys moving forward? It says release and dissolve the attachments of the past with love. It no longer holds power over you. The lessons of the past are retained, but they no longer have the power to drag you backwards. Love all things that you have created, for they are part of you. However, you do not have to carry them around with you. That gets heavy, a burden that can weigh heavily on life. And that's what's going on. Remember, I mentioned the 3 of Swords? You are bringing your own misery. You are bringing your own burden to yourself. You have to stop. Moving forward is always the purpose, the path of evolution and ascension. With love as your guide, you create the goodness in your life that you crave. With love in your heart, focus on your path, not that of others. Remember, I mentioned stop looking at other people's path and their successes. You have to carve out your own path, your own way of bringing the things you want into your life, right? Not based upon other people. Love is the guidance system of true purpose. When we say do what you love, that is on purpose. Love is the key. Creating with love, doing with love makes life flow much easier. There's always lessons. No human can avoid this. It is part of the spiritual journey. A human experience and the lessons come with it. By loving the lessons, the experiences, you can live a full life. You can manifest what you want. I emphasize you because that is important. Remember, that self-inner working, that knowing, it comes from within. And it says loving yourself means you value your path. Self-love, self-acceptance, self-belief, self-value. These are the keys to the lessons. Journey forth with love in your heart. It will guide you on your path. So, that's very self-explanatory, and it wraps up with saying self-value, self-love, self-discipline. You are worth it. And so as you take on the attitude of courage and you rise from the bottom, you will be able to understand how important self-love is to you as you go through knowing your path, a path that you have carved out for yourself. All right. And I just want to say that this card here, this Starry Beginnings card, the number that appears at the top is 10. 10 is a path number, a life path number. So for some of you that already know your life path number, if your life path number is a 10, you know what it says? I kind of took the liberty to just briefly kind of tell you what the life path number 10 represents. It means fresh new beginnings, leadership, and innovation, self-discovery. It means you are destined for greatness. That is very nice. So again, if you're not sure what your life path number is, you can use your birthday to kind of break down your birthday to figure out what your life path number is. I think I did mention some time ago that I was going to do a quick video about how to really break down the format and knowing what your life path number is, but that will be at a later time. But again, if you already know and it happens to be 10, it's very clear that you were meant to be a leader, that you were meant to find success. But again, you won't get there until you are ready to take charge and to step on your horse and ride out. All right? So that is what I got for you coming from the messages that we got in your personal spiritual growth reading. All right? And so if it did resonate, and if you feel that this was something that was truly helpful for you to move forward, let me know in the comment section. Now we are going to move to your second part of the reading, and that is your love relationship reading. Okay? And so the overall message that I got from this part of the reading is ready for a more solid and meaningful relationship. My dating flings are over. Okay, so let's get into the cards and see what this means. So the cards that came out was your Knight of Cups. Okay, you also got the Sun card, which is a major arcana, very big energy here, followed by the Ten of Cups. I was very excited when this card came out. So the energy, basically your overall love reading actually was very positive. And so how does this break down? What does it break down to? Well, some of you are actually, like I said, in terms of your overall message, some of you are looking to find something solid, find something stable. Some of you, I believe, I sense more of you that are single. So it could be the masculine, it could be the feminine energies, whichever one, let it fit according to how it resonates with you with this particular area of your life. I believe that some of you, a portion of you are single. And like anything else, you know, when it comes to, you know, finding love, we have to kind of, you know, date a little bit. But in between, sometime dating, it's just about fun. It's nothing serious. It could just be flings, however you want to call it. But again, dating doesn't always lead to something solid and stable. Dating could just be just temporary fun, just temporary way of connecting to someone else. But when you get to the point in your life that you are ready to really find something more meaningful, you want something long-term, something that perhaps will be family oriented. Maybe some of you might be not have no children. But I also picked up, and I'll explain it later, some of you, I believe, might be single moms, single dads who have children, but then there's a portion of you who maybe do not have any kids, and maybe this is what it is that now you are looking at, like, you know, I want the whole 9 yards. You know, I want the family, I want the kids, I want the husband, I want the white, the white picket fence, you want the whole 9 yards. And so, moving forward, the Knight of Cups, to me, showed that, again, some of you were being orphaned, or maybe some of you had someone that reached out to you that just wanted to just see you, just wanted to just date you. You know, the Knight of Cups also is like a slow energy. So when that card came out, I feel that some of you were perhaps seeing someone, or is seeing someone. It could be someone now that you're seeing, or maybe someone that you were seeing in the past that was kind of moving slow. So maybe you expected more out of the relationship, or you was looking it to be taken to the next level, but it didn't get there. It never got there. And so with going through a couple of those kind of incidences where you would meet somebody and maybe you was hopeful, and maybe you was, like I said, you know, thinking and praying perhaps that, you know, let this be the one, maybe this is the one, maybe, you know, we can take things, you know, to the next level, but you realize it was just about either, you know, a quick fly-by-night type of energy or connection to someone, and it just was where you just wasn't, you know, being happy about this area of your life. You know, your love life right now, it's like, you know, it's all over the place, but at the same time now, I'm just ready to move to something more stable, something more solid. I don't want that up and down, back and forth type of energy. So that's what that means. And so right under that, I'm actually going to go in rows. We have 3 rows here, so I'm going to go down the row to the next card because it kind of makes sense and fit in with it. So right under the Knight of Wands, you did get the seduction card. The seduction card confirms the energy from the Knight of Cups, that there was attraction. Whoever you were seeing, there was attraction, there was flirting, there was some dating, there was hookups, there was temptations. But at the same time, maybe later on also, because the card says here, third party interference. So maybe you found out later on as well why it didn't go to the next level is because maybe they were seeing someone else. Not only you, they had some other people that they were seeing. So maybe there was another, masculine energy that was involved. This is the feminine energy, or vice versa. Maybe the feminine energy realized that the masculine was seeing another, lady on the side or what have you. So it kind of put you like in a third party situation, but it also made it clear to you that that's not what you were down with. That's not what you wanted, even though you were dating, but always in your mind, you always felt that with each suitor that came along, you always looked at it from a point where you wanted it to grow into something a little bit more deeper, more of a deeper connection. You just didn't want just the flirting. You didn't want just the hookup. You know what I mean? So that's how, that's what I got when I came down from the Knight of Cups. That again is slow moving energy, but it's nothing that was gonna last. It was just taking long. It was like dragging you along, so to speak. Okay, and then the last card in that row is a retreat. So to me, this energy, and it says here, it's time to disconnect. So to me, whoever it was that you were singing, they just really wanted to just take you somewhere to just have, a quick kind of, rendezvous with you and to just take you away. But at the same time, they didn't see anything past that. They was just in it for the fun. They just wanted fun, and that was it. It was nothing solid. They didn't think. So you were the opposite of what you were connected to, even now or in the past. And I feel most of you, this is like a past energy of you being connected to someone that wasn't quite ready to have something serious. Okay, now we move over to your Sun card. So the Sun card here is a very positive energy, and it shows that now, as you have found out that dating is no longer what you want, now you are changing to being more firm about, you are being selective about who it is now as you proceed. You're not giving up, which is good, because we all need love, and I believe there's someone for everyone, right? So the fact that you are still hopeful, the Sun is a positive energy, so you're still being positive, you're still being hopeful that you will find your knight in shining armor, so to speak. You will find that mate, you will find that husband, you will find that wife in the long run who is going to give you what it is that you've been wanting. Okay, so the Sun card is a promise that as long as you stay open to love, which you are, it shows that you will indeed find the person for you. Now, coming down from the Sun, what I mentioned, we have healthy choices. This is what I'm saying. Some of you are now beginning to be selective in who it is that you are looking to see. Okay? And healthy choices says making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. So you're loving yourself. You are not throwing yourself to just be carried from one person to the next. This could be for the masculine, this could be for the feminine, okay? You're not throwing yourself, your body, your self-image, and your temple, and who it is. Your temple is your body. So you are done with just like having yourself tossed about from this one to that one. Now you want to be able to preserve your vessel, preserve the temple that you are, because of the self-love that you have for yourself. You're ready now to give yourself and to be patient for the one that will truly know your worth and will give you what it is you're looking for long term. Okay? And then coming down, your angel's words of advice says the wedding. You can't get any more clear and solid than that. Marriage. So I do sense that some of you, once you do attract that mate, once you attract that person that you know in your heart of hearts that's going to make you happy because of the healthy choice that you made in your approach toward love, that some of you will actually, that relationship, that connection that you will connect to sometime in the future, it will lead to what you've been wanting. Marriage, a wedding, okay? It says here the situation involves marriage. So again, if you have, maybe some of you have already found somebody and you are, taking things up. But if it hasn't happened yet, then this is something that is projected that could come up in the future, that as long as you continue to make healthy choices and have that self-love, it will give you ultimately what you want. And when you think about wedding and you think about marriage, you think about it being stable, something that's solid, versus the other type of energy where you are dating and you're just hooking up. You don't never translate or symbolize hookups and datings as something solid. They are just pretty much sometimes short term. They are just temporary, right? So this is like a long-term energy. So you got the confirmation from your angels that it can and will lead to marriage. Now we're going to move over to your last row, which is the third row. And if you recall, I mentioned that the Ten of Cups showed up in your reading. The Ten of Cups is like to mean the wedding, which completes the cycle of what you've been looking for. The Ten of Cups is that happy life. It's that family life. It's that white picket fence. It's the kids. It's the husband. It's the wife. It's the kids. So on and so on. But it shows a completion of truly feeling happy. Again, why? Because of the choice. So this is what I'm saying, is that you guys have made the choice, or you will be making a choice, to just finally say to yourself, now I want to just leave that type of life behind, and have something more substantial, something that will make me complete and fulfilled. Because right now, some of you are feeling like, you're not being fulfilled in the way that you want to. So coming down from the Ten of Cups, we have talking. Okay, so again, this connection that you are connected with, it says here, interested. So there's interest, there's conversations, there's more, awaited messages, arrivals, text, calling, emailing, hoovering. So this is a connection that is true, it's genuine, and you will see that as time go on, that connection, that bond that you guys are having, it will lead to something that will be solid and long term. Okay, so some of you, like I said, some of you might be going through this right now. So know that the energy I'm getting from it is that it's going to be something that is going to be genuine, something that's going to be solid, and they're going to be something that will make you happy. So continue conversating with each other, continue getting to know each other, but know in doing all of that, as you conversate, it might be by email that you conversate, it might be by text that you conversate. However you share dialogue, it will be something that will lead up to something promising. And then your last card, your angel card, says here, just a message for some of you is children. Okay, we got children, and it says your love life is being affected by children. So if you mentioned in the start of this, I mentioned that some of you might be single, whether it be single dads or single moms, that you might have children that when you were dating and seeing someone, this might be the reason why it didn't work out with that person, is because once they realized that you had kids, that was like the icing on the cake, or that was like what drew the camel's back, so to speak, however that expression goes. That was like the end of it for them. They weren't interested in hooking up or being with someone who have children. So again, whoever it is that is coming your way, or maybe the person that you are currently in and you feel good about it, this person is going to love and embrace your kids. So ultimately, it goes right back to the 10 of Cups. If I can pick it up off the floor, it goes back to the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups includes husband, wife, children, even pets. Some of you might have pets. So maybe some of you who was dating someone, maybe you had a pet. And some people are very, they feel a certain way. Believe it or not, when it comes to people who have pets. Some people maybe have a dog. Maybe, they don't want to deal with someone who have a pet. They are just not into animals. They're not an animal lover. So the person you're seeing maybe is an animal lover, have an animal or pet himself. And so again, you guys will be able to be compatible on so many levels, but nonetheless, it will feel good. You will feel happy. All right. So guys, that is what I got for your love and your relationship reading. I hope that it was helpful. Overall, it was very positive, So like I said, as long as you're open to love and know that you have the sun that have come out to kind of clarify that things will lead to what you're looking for, you will be all right. And again, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section, all right? So now we're going to move on to your last reading, and that will be your job and career, money, finance situation. Okay, so let me pull this out to give you guys what energy I picked up from your job and career situation. And so the overall message or energy message that I got in terms of your job, money, finance situation is what was lost will be regained 10 times, even better than before. Know that what was taken wasn't meant for you. New change, leadership position. All right, what does that mean? Let's get right into it. So the 10 of Pentacles came out, which is a very excellent card to get in any tarot reading, particularly relating to the money sector. So this is very good. So you came out with that. Followed by the Knight of Swords, which to me is an energy that means something that is coming in, that will come in. If you thought that it was something or an opportunity that was missed, we'll get into it. You did get the 10 of Swords. Okay, the 10 of Swords here. Not a good energy, or just an energy that I always call it, instead of saying negative, I would like to say challenge, because to me, I like to, because we do have challenges in life, right? In whatever area of our life. So the 10 of Swords to me is like the challenge card. So that's basically, well, okay. So from there, we did get the Star card. So we got Aquarius energy showing up here, all right? And another amazing card that we got, again, is the 10 of Cups. And remember, the 10 of Cups showed up in your love reading. So this is very good energy here. And then again, you got the Swords energy and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so the 9 of Swords energy shows up. So let's go back to the start of your reading of the tarot. So the 10 of Pentacles shows, actually, I'm going to come out of sequence on this one. And we are going to talk about both the Swords energy. We're going to talk about the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so the 9 of Swords lets me know that some of you have been very disappointed. In fact, you have had sleepless nights. You have been very saddened about an opportunity, about a job, or I would say a job first. That you have been, like I said, disappointed because something that you was expecting to come in for you, a position that was there or available, you realize later on that somebody got it instead of you. So you feel that it was taken from you because you felt that you deserved it than the next person. Or just overall, you just felt that this was something you really wanted because the money was right. I recall having a similar reading to this a little while back, but in a general reading. I remember having spoken about this, so it's kind of like coming up again. But nonetheless, some of you are having sleepless nights. So you already know that this opportunity has been given to somebody else, or that, you know, you didn't get it. And so you have been having sleepless nights, okay? But you feel that you have been backstabbed. You feel that the person, maybe you know this person that maybe took this position or this promotion that you thought you was going to have, okay? And you felt that this person was underhanded, and maybe, who knows, maybe it was one of those things where it was like somebody knowing somebody and they was able to use their status to push them up toward getting it. So in that aspect, okay, you felt that it was taken, but it was taken under the wrong reasons, you know, and how they got there, and you felt that it was meant for you, okay? So this is the energy I'm getting from the Two Swords energy. And moving past that though, so those two energies shows that, but I get the feeling that some of you will wake up to realize that all is not lost, that there is something better, okay? There is something better, because you did get the Star card. The Star card shows, again, promise. It shows that your wish will be fulfilled, but be fulfilled in a way that you least expected. You didn't see this coming. So the star is something, like I said, that the divine has planned for you. So just always know the message here, even for myself included, I have to tell myself, what is meant for you won't pass you by, okay? So whatever was lost or your thought was taken from you, it wasn't meant for you in the first place. But there's something always better, right? We may not see it, and we may not know right away what it is or what's coming in, but know that it's going to be something better. Sometimes 10 times better than what we can ever imagine, right? So that's to me what the energy of the sun means, okay? And then we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups showing up in this portion of the reading. The Ten of Cups shows that you will get some type of recognition. That's something that, again, you didn't expect is going to come in, that's going to blow you away. You're going to be flabbergasted. You're going to be very excited about this big opportunity that is going to be presented to you. So I feel that you're going to get an award. You're going to get some type of a recognition of what it is that you have done behind the scenes. And I do feel that it is actually at the same place that you're working at. So it's not like you're being taken away or that you have left this place. So it's still going to be within the same job that you are at. So it's not like you are relocating or leaving, but it's perhaps, if anything, it might be like in another department. But there has been word around, so to speak, about you and what it is that you have, your gifts, your talents, and what you have presented in the past. And it's going to show up in a big way. So again, if this part of the reading resonates with you and you're kind of going through this, then you would know how this will play out personally in that area. If you are in the middle of, looking, if you've been looking for a promotion or you wanted something, but you might be giving an award, or like I said, you will be recognized for something that you have done, but it's going to lead you to an opportunity that you didn't expect. Okay, so just like with your other reading, I am going to move down, and the bottom of the card to kind of clarify the energies that came out from the first row. There was the Ten of Pentacles and then the Star card. And then what came out to clarify the energies moving forward was concern. Okay, so that lets me know that there was concern on your part about whether or not you was going to get this position, this opportunity, this promotion. So that definitely was on your mind. Okay, but like I said, you realized later on that you didn't get it. It was given to someone else. Okay, and then moving over, you did get in the second row clarifying the energies that came in terms of the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. The energy that came out at the bottom from that row was expectation. So again, it lets me know that in fact you were expecting something to come in, but it didn't quite go in the way that you thought, or you expected something but you didn't quite get it. And so it takes me back to the Nine of Swords, that you was upset about it, that you were very, hurt about that opportunity that you thought was missed. You was very hurt about it, and in fact, you had sleepless nights about it. But overall, ultimately, and then let's clarify the last card from the last row and how you truly felt. Thief came out. Thief. So that lets me know that in fact you did think that someone took it from you. Someone stole that position from you, but they did it the wrong way. They didn't do it because they earned it. They did it because of their connection to someone else, because of someone else's status, having more pull. Sorry, there's a coconut in my mouth. Anyway, so there was that person got this position that you thought you was going to get. They kind of went over the wrong way in climbing up to that position. You know what I mean? So yes, you felt that the thief here shows that something was stolen, something was taken away. So you felt that something was taken away from you. That position, that job was taken away from you. But like I said, what is needed? I asked Spirit, what is needed? What attitude is needed to press forward? And pretty much, how can I let the Scorpio babies know for today, in this area of their reading, in this area of their life, that things is going to turn around for the better? And so the angel card that came out was awakening. This is Archangel Gabriel that came out. And the message from Gabriel is, look at things from a different perspective. What is that perspective? Just what I said earlier, that what's meant for you won't pass you by. A temporary standstill. It's something temporary. But when I do see the Knight of Swords, it's an energy that's coming in. It's an energy of, at the same time, something that's going to come in that's going to knock you off your feet. Okay? It's important to be yourself. So never mind what happened, that this job was taken away from you and that you didn't get it, because as we close out your reading, you got the Three of Earth. The Three of Earth energy. What does that mean? The Three of Earth in your regular tarot translates to the Three of Pentacles. So for me, I drew the fact that the offer, now this is talking about the offer, this surprise, that wish from the star energy that's coming in. This is your wish, or let's just say a surprise, okay? Because you didn't quite know that you was going to be elevated to becoming a leader of other people. So instead of you actually working under someone per se, you actually have been elevated to becoming the leader. You are becoming that higher position type of authority, where you're going to be having people under you because of what they saw, your skills, your talents. They saw this. So you're going to be elevated to something a little bit more higher up. And that's why I said in your overall energy that this is going to be 10 times bigger, because this is about a leadership role. Before, whatever that you was wanting or expecting, it wasn't a leadership role. It was just something else that maybe was just going to bring you a little bit more pay than what you were already receiving and getting paid for. Not only will your status in terms of your position change, but so will your pentacles, your money, because you start out with the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is money among money. It speaks abundance. So you are going to get a huge pay raise. You're going to get a huge check. Your money situation is going to be more stable than you can ever imagine. And so to me, in this reading, because the Three of Pentacles in other readings means collaboration, but the energy that I got from this reading shows that you are going to be promoted or just elevated and to be offered a position where you're going to be leader over other people. Okay, and so for you, that is something that was unexpected. It was something that definitely is making you very happy as we go back to your 10 of Cups. So the overall energy and message and the outcome is you get what was actually meant for you. So what you thought was lost actually was meant to be given to someone else, because the divine had other plans for you. How wonderful. All right, so this is what I got for you for your job and money, career, and finance. If this resonates with you, if it doesn't resonate now, even with all parts of the reading, if it doesn't resonate now, give it time. It might happen in the projected future. It may happen in another couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days. Love and time is fluid because energy constantly moves. So you have to be aware of the universal law of attraction. Okay, so with that being said, everyone, this does end your 3-part birthday bonus reading. I hope I didn't take up too much time. I felt very good about your reading today. Overall, the energies is very good, very positive. So as I leave you to celebrate your day, I hope you have a very wonderful birthday. Until next year, until I see you back to give you next year's reading, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful birthday. Be safe, be well, have fun, and enjoy the day. All right, until next year, peace, love, and light to you all. And until I see you, basically, Happy New Year as well in advance. All right, peace, love, and light. Namaste. Bye.